It seems the Summer House cast member has a fashion project in the works. Paige DeSorbo teases her next career move. Paige DeSorbo has something big in store. Less than 2 weeks before the Summer House Season 9 premiere, the Hamptons housemate revealed she was hard at work on an exciting new project. Paige didn't specify the career move, but made it clear it was fashion-related. Paige DeSorbo shares a sneak peek at her fashion project. She teased the venture in a January 31 Instagram story that showed different Pantone swatches, product shots, and reference photos for exterior label placement. There was also a sheet of paper labeled Summer 25 Color Story, suggesting the project would be revealed in the forthcoming months. "Sorry, I was busy working," she captioned the post. Of course, Paige is no stranger to the fashion world. When she was introduced to the Bravoverse in Summer House Season 3, 2019, the New York native was working as a fashion writer and immediately became known for her unique, feminine style that fused elements of classic prep and elevated streetwear. Anytime I hear someone say, "That's so Paige, it's so girly, it's so cute," she said in a 2024 interview with Briefing on Bravo. "It either has a bow or it's a little set. It's something like Madeline would have worn." Paige DeSorbo takes her Giggle Squad podcast on the road. In 2022, Paige dropped her first fashion line in collaboration with Amazon and has continued to work with the tech giant on several style-related projects. She's also partnered with DSW and Sewing Down South, the lifestyle brand founded by her ex-boyfriend, Southern Charms' Craig Conover. Weeks after announcing her and Craig's breakup, Paige reached another exciting career milestone. She and Summer House alum Hannah Berner took their Giggly Squad podcast tour to Radio City Music Hall, where they hosted back-to-back sold-out shows. Paige reflected on the surreal experience in a recent interview with Briefing on Bravo. "It doesn't feel like it's happening to me. I'm so proud of Hannah and I. We really felt like we made it to Radio City with thousands of our best friends, and we were all just chatting," she said about her fan base, dubbed the Gigglers. "Honestly, they made me feel so much more at ease playing such a big venue. I mean, I still took a beta blocker, but I didn't feel it at all when I was out on stage. I felt so comfortable with them. Being home really made a difference too, and was that much more special." Paige DeSorbo to release a book with Hannah Berner. Paige and Hannah are now gearing up to release their first book, How to Giggle, the guide to taking life less seriously. The longtime besties announced the joint project in a May 2014 Instagram post that included its cover. According to its official description, How to Giggle will offer hilarious and heartwarming advice on how to take life a little bit less seriously. It will cover topics like female friendships, romantic relationships, goal setting, and overcoming awkward situations. The book is set to release on April 15 and is now available for pre-order. Paige DeSorbo and the Fashion Revolution, a journey beyond Summer House. The bustling energy of New York City had always been Paige DeSorbo's backdrop. As a Hampton summer housemate on Summer House, Paige had become a familiar face on Bravo. She was often seen in the background, her lively presence accentuated by her effortless style. A mix of preppy sophistication and the coolness of elevated streetwear. Yet, despite the limelight of the reality television world, there was something bubbling beneath the surface. Paige had bigger dreams, and it seemed that 2025 was going to be the year she took the plunge into the next chapter of her career. Paige's Instagram post on January 31st gave a cryptic but electrifying glimpse into her next big project. The photo featured Pantone swatches, product shots, and an interesting reference sheet titled Summer 25 Color Story. Her followers, familiar with her fashionable Instagram and her sharp sense of style, immediately began speculating. A fashion collection? A new collaboration? Maybe even a line of her own. One thing was clear. Paige was on the brink of something monumental, and it was fashion-related. "Sorry, I was busy working," She captioned the post with a wink, as if to say, "I've been keeping a secret, but not for long." The spark of a dream. Paige's entry into the world of fashion wasn't a spontaneous decision, nor was it a newfound obsession. Her roots in the industry ran deep. When Paige first joined Summer House in 2019, she was introduced as a fashion writer, a job that perfectly encapsulated her eye for detail and her knack for understanding how clothes could tell a story. She wasn't just any fashion writer. She brought a fresh perspective to the industry, blending streetwear and prep into a seamless narrative. Anytime I hear someone say, "That's so Paige," she had once said in an interview, her voice filled with both pride and amusement, "I can't help but smile. It's so girly, it's so cute. It either has a bow or it's a little set. I love that it's something Madeline would wear." Her style, a fusion of youthful elegance and laid-back cool, became an instant hit, a visual representation of the ever-evolving blend of luxury and street chic. Yet, despite her growing presence in the fashion world, Paige's ambitions didn't stop at being a writer or a fashion icon on television. She envisioned something more, a brand, a movement, a legacy. Her first big step came in 2022 when Paige launched a fashion line in collaboration with Amazon. The pieces were nothing short of a revelation, affordable, trendy, and always with a dash of Paige's signature touch. The success of that line led to continued partnerships with fashion heavyweights like DSW and Sewing Down South, Craig Conover's lifestyle brand. With each new project, Paige's reputation as a creative force in fashion only solidified. But now, with her latest teaser, it was clear Paige was moving beyond collaborations. She was ready to take control of her narrative. The project begins. Behind the scenes, Paige had been working tirelessly, consulting with designers, manufacturers, and color specialists. This Summer 25 color story was not just a passing trend, it was a full-fledged vision of what Paige wanted to contribute to the world of fashion. She was not going for fleeting fashion fads. She was building something that would last, something that resonated with her personal style, but also with the aspirations of her growing fan base. The Pantone swatches she shared on Instagram were just a small part of the puzzle. Each color was meticulously chosen to represent a mood, a vibe, a season in life. The shades ranged from soft pastels to bold, empowering hues. Paige knew that the right color could evoke emotion, create a connection, and bring out the inner strength in those who wore her pieces. The concept of exterior label placement indicated a strategic approach to branding. Paige wasn't just designing clothes, she was building an identity. Her project wasn't about being flashy or extravagant. It was about subtlety, sophistication, and that familiar feeling of confidence when you slip into something that feels like it was made just for you. But it wasn't just about color and design. Paige's project represented a significant departure from the quick turnover of fast fashion. She wanted to create something sustainable, something that was as conscious of the world around it as it was of the people who wore it. In every detail, Paige sought out materials that were ethical, sustainable, and, above all, made to last. The road to Radio City. While Paige's fashion project was undoubtedly taking center stage in her life, it was not the only exciting venture she had embarked upon. 2024 had been a year of growth for Paige, both professionally and personally. In addition to her fashion endeavors, she and her best friend, Summer House alum Hannah Berner, had taken their podcast Giggly Squad on the road, culminating in a sold-out show at Radio City Music Hall in New York City. It was a surreal experience for Paige. From reality TV star to podcaster to live performer, she had come a long way from her humble beginnings as a fashion writer. But what stood out to Paige the most was the connection she had built with her audience. The gigglers, as they lovingly called themselves, were more than just fans, they were friends. They were women who understood the ups and downs of life, the awkward moments and the triumphs. They made Paige feel comfortable in her own skin, and they made every moment of the Giggly Squad tour unforgettable. "It doesn't feel like it's happening to me," Paige admitted in an interview. "I'm so proud of Hannah and I. But honestly, they made me feel so much more at ease playing such a big venue. It was surreal." In many ways, the success of Giggly Squad and the warm embrace of her audience were a precursor to what was to come. Paige had always been someone who thrived in spaces where people felt like they belonged. Whether it was through fashion or podcasting, she had a gift for creating community. How to giggle. As if her career wasn't already at full speed, Paige and Hannah announced their next major project, a book titled How to Giggle. The book, set to be released in April 2025, would offer readers a hilarious and heartwarming guide to navigating life with humor and grace. Topics ranged from female friendships to overcoming awkward situations to romantic relationships and goal setting. "Life is too short to take too seriously," Paige once said in an Instagram post promoting the book. "That's why Hannah and I wanted to write a guide to remind everyone that it's okay to giggle through the chaos."